Sammy, obviously a disappointing performance today, mate. How did you assess the overall?
Yeah, I thought it was one of those ones, and probably the hardest part is doing it 2 weeks in a row. So our group's pretty flat at the moment with the way they've performed. First quarter was good today and around the mark, and entries were relatively okay, and we walk off the ground with 4 points for the game. So conversion in front of goal was not where it should be for this level of football, and then next 3 quarters basically spoke for themselves.
They seem to outpoint you in the midfield today. Did you identify that at the breaks?
Yeah, I think I'd actually give more credit to that. I thought they beat us across the whole course of the ground, mainly for the major parts of the game. And I think we're on a 7-week block at the moment, so it's probably our toughest period through the season. We've had 2 Southern games, 7 weeks of footy, so the bye really can't come quick enough for our group to just regroup and get their stuff sorted and get back on top of their game. And the last 2 weeks we've been dictated to with the way we've wanted to play football, and all credit to the opposition. They've done their research, and our guys haven't been able to adapt fast enough when the chips are down.
Joe Boyce was shifted forward today early. Is that going to be a permanent role change, mate, or just trying something different?
Yeah, Boycey did similar things last year. We played him back for the first half of the year and forward in the back half of the year. So we know he can play in both positions and play on ball. And Joe's one of those guys that doesn't complain. Just if the coach asks him to do something, and he'll do something. And these days, you don't have too many players in your team that will actually do that when you ask him to do something. And he's one of our guys that we can mix and play around with things, and he just gets the job done. So last week our forward pressure wasn't up to the standard we need it to be, and obviously Joe's an explosive competitor that just competes all day, so we put him forward to play.
Was you disappointed with the ball use around the ground today, or did you just put that down to Clarence's pressure around the ball?
No, it's very unusual for Windsor Park not to be windy. We get a game that's not windy here, and we miss 2 goals from 10 metres in front. We miss another one from 15 metres in front, and then we probably have 2 shots on goal that don't even reach the scoreboard from 30 metres out across the course of the game, and our field kicking was off as well. So that's not us. We've not played like that for 15 months, so we'll have to focus in on a few things in the next month of footy to make sure we get that out of our game very quickly.
Mitch Thorpe has held goals for the first time today. Did you consider moving him up the ground at all across the course of the game?
Yeah, I thought Mitch... No, to be honest, I didn't. The reality is Mitch is our full forward, and we're going to back him in to play that. So at this stage, we've got some guys that have had 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks where their form's not great, and the reality is they've got to fight their way through it. So we'll continue to show faith in them in their set position, and now it's up to them to fight their way through a poor game or a poor 2 game or a poor month of footy. The reality is if we continue to look for spots to play players in different positions, they never get to work through where their primary position is.
I thought young Boyd had some good moments for you today. Was you pleased with his performance?
Very pleased. Comes in for his first game. There was a contest in the first quarter at the far end, city end of the ground, where he put his head over the ball and went when he had to go to. So that was fantastic. And I thought there were some patches where he just stood up and did the right stuff at the right time. And again, another young guy that implemented what was asked of him.
Development League had another big win today. Do you foresee many changes, or are you just going to look to settle the side from here on in? Yeah,
we certainly want to settle the side. We've had 4 to 5 changes nearly any given week, but the D League now, or the Merc Cup team, they have a convincing win, and there's going to be players in there putting their hand back up. So if guys are putting their hand up, I'll consider them playing in the senior side. And if that means we have 4 changes weekly or 2 changes, then the guys that deserve to be out there, based on performance and based on what they give to their footy team, will be on the park for the senior team.
Sonny Whiting's 150th game for the club today. Obviously, a disappointing result for him. Can you give some insight into his influence around the club?
Yeah, Sonny. I spoke to our group on Thursday night, and the main thing that sits with me with Sonny is Sonny's a successful Launceston player. 2008 Premiership, 2011 Premiership. The club then in about 2014, 15, 16 struggled to get any more than 3 or 4 wins on the board for a 3-year period. Sonny stuck by the club through that. So that pretty much tells you how much this football club means to Sonny Whiting as a player, and now he's fortunate enough to be on the other side of that, and now we'll be 3rd after today, and the club's in a pretty good spot. So he's been through a full cycle, this footy club, and that shows how much this footy club means to him. So disappointing for him today, but fantastic milestone in life membership for someone that deserves it.
got the bye this coming week. What will we be working on over the break?
Yeah, not a great deal. We're getting them out. So as I said, they've had a 7-week block of football where it's been significant. Football intensified with 2 losses in there, or a couple, probably 3 losses now, including North. So we just get them out and give them a break. They need time away from the footy club. They need time to be mates and form relationships. So Monday will be as normal. Tuesday will be off-site. Thursday will be off-site, and weekend off basically, and reset the following week.
And you personally, how's the ankle progressing?
Good. I'm hoping that I'll be right for the next game. So bye and then play. So.
Jeromey, congrats on the win today, mate. You must be delighted with your side's performance away from home.
Yeah, look, we really had a goal this week coming up here and having a four-quarter performance. It's a bit of a cliche, but it was our first bus trip together, and I think that really can galvanise the group. Look, we spoke about coming up here and creating our own environment. It's obviously a hostile crowd and those types of things, and I could just sense in that on the bus trip up and in the rooms pre-game, I just thought we were on. And credit to the boys, they played a really good 4-quarter, really good 4 quarters today. They stuck to, what we spoke about during the week, and we trained during the week, and they got the result. So, look, they take some confidence for that, but it's mid-June, so, let's take some confidence. We need to get better because Launceston are better than that, and they're going to continue to improve throughout the year.
You brought the energy today, but did you work on anything structurally in particular throughout the week on the track?
Not really. It was probably against North Hobart. We were off the bye, and I actually thought just our general structure, but around the contest and behind the ball was actually really poor. We got the result against North Hobart, but I just didn't think we played great footy, and we didn't play the footy that's got us to where we are so far this year. So we had a real focus about just going back to what's our brand, what's our structure? Let's go and play that, and just see where we ended up. I think. Sammy said a couple of weeks ago about North Launceston, it's about finding what works for September. So that was another thing going up against Launceston for us. Let's find out what works. Yeah, we found out some stuff today. We need to improve in a few areas and continue to grow. So, as I said, great that we win today and get confidence, but we need to get better each week.
Jason Bailey held Mitch Thorpe goalless for the first time this season. You must be delighted with this.
Yeah, look, I thought, Jason and Mitch have, fantastic battles. Jason brought the ball to ground last time, and, Thorpe, I think, ended up with 5 or 6 down there last time. I think we took Jason off halfway through the third. But look, Thorpe probably got him the first time. Jason probably got him this time. Mitch missed some shots on goal. I thought the ones he had probably gettable. But look, Jason's just a competitor. He rarely gets beaten. Even when he loses the contest, his follow-up works really, really good. And, his communication behind the ball. So, look, he competes every week. I think he's probably the best full-back in the competition. And he showed again today that, that's probably the case.
Had 2 late changes today. Didn't seem to interrupt your performance at all. How are those boys looking for next week?
So look, Harry Richmond hurt his ankle in the second quarter last week. He didn't train all week, so we just gave him the weekend off. He's pretty important to our structure because he's obviously our only tall forward, and he brings the ball to ground and those types of things. And Jacko was extremely close. He's a little bit sore yesterday, so we just decided to give him another week. He should be fine to go next week. Harry Richmond's the same, so we've got a couple of selection headaches there. But we played another 2 debutants today. I think that's 11 this year, which is something we haven't done for a couple of years. Tom Birchall came in and I thought he played really, really well for his first game. And Jordan Young had some impact around the games in terms of his running ability. And then I thought when he got the opportunity to go at the ball, he's extremely keen. So, look, we found a couple of players there, so we need to invest some games in them.
I thought your forward structure was particularly dangerous up there today. Obviously with Nield and Cox buzzing around. Yeah,
look, they have been dangerous all year. We probably haven't got the reward for the amount of entries so far this year. Just some of our polish has been a little bit off. I thought when we went forward today, we looked extremely dangerous all day. So that's good to see. They got some reward. Look, it's not about Nield kicking 5 and Cox kicking 3-4. It's about the actual collective system. I'm not sure what Launceston scored today in terms of points against, but I think we're second best defensive team in the comp, and our forward structure is really pivotal to that. They got the score on the ball, but it was their defensive impact as well that I was really happy with.
Fletcher Seymour seems to be building every week.
He
must be delighted with his development.
Yeah, look, we threw him the challenge of playing on Joby Harper, and Look, I thought Joby competed all day as Joby does, and won a lot of the ball, but I thought he just nullified him around the contest, and his stoppage wins weren't clean. He's just a competitor. He's really strong over the ball. He tackles well. He actually is quite a good kick as well. So he's been one that's come into our system this year from the old scholars, and he loves it. He fits in really well to the group, and I thought he was really good today as well.
Top of the table clash against North Lonnie next week. You must be excited for that challenge.
Yeah, again, we just go, we front up next week and we just make sure we bring the effort and, play the way we want to play. Again, it's a learning experience for our players. I think we had 11 or 12 guys under 20 games today, so, they'll learn a lot. We're able to hold North Launceston up a little bit last time. But look, their ability when they win the ball to just go and score, is best in the comp by far, in my opinion. So, we need to make sure that when they have momentum, we can limit that, limit their scoring ability. If it's a shootout, we're in a bit of trouble, so we need to close them down defensively really well.